Hi, Claudia Glassman here with Mighty Oak Parenting. I am coming to you today from the carpool line. Had a few minutes and just wanted to chat a little bit about allowance and when we should give it, how we should give it, how people structure it, and kind of what works. And so here are my thoughts on that. So I recommend starting to give allowance as soon as your children become really interested in buying things or wanting things. Because that means they want to acquire things and they need to start learning how to pace themselves, right? And the value of things. And so that's when I think it's a really good idea. How much you give is really up to you. I know we started an allowance with my oldest when she was probably about 4. And we did $3 a week just because it was an easy number for me. And the way we have it structured is we give $1 for spending, $1 for giving, so like a charity donation eventually, and then $1 for saving. And some people even do a tax, which becomes like a family tax, and so they'll tax their children because it simulates real life. We pay taxes. And then that tax can go into like a communal family fund, and then, you know, once every so often you have a meeting about how to spend the family fund. It can be going out for frozen yogurt or going to a movie, an activity, whatever. And, you know, kind of vote on what you want to spend it on and then go do that. We don't do that, at least not yet. I think that might be something maybe we'll incorporate as they get older, but for right now, we're just sticking to the basics. Essentially, my daughter gets $1 a week. So for a $10 item, it's a lot of saving for her. So that's how we structure it. And it works for us. I do not, my kids don't do chores for allowance. That's been asked of me a couple of times too on what I think about that. And my kids do chores, but they do chores because they're expected to do chores as part of being in the household and you know, living in the same house with us, and everyone needs to do their part to get things done. What they can do is make extra money doing extra activities. So say I need my car washed. That's not a typical chore that they would have. And they want to wash my car for me, and I can pay them for that. Or, I don't know, scrubbing shower tiles, for example, is not something I make them do. But if they wanted to do it for extra money, then I could do that. So if you can kind of see how like you can create chores that are a little bit out of the ordinary and not their normal expectation, to increase their income if they want to work for that. So I hope that helps clarify a little bit on allowances. One caveat is when you start giving your kids their own money, I've had to learn this to be a little more flexible of what they can buy. And sometimes my kids like to buy a lot of things that I consider junk. But it's their allowance, and I put some limits on it, like they can't come home with $10 worth of candy, and you know, so we do have some limits and discussions about purchasing things. We definitely talk a lot about, you know, if you buy this, then you have no more money left, to really clarify kind of what that means if they make a decision. But ultimately, the decision is theirs. So as long as it's not a safety issue or a health issue, I have had to relax a little bit in terms of what they can buy. So just a little caveat out there. It is their money, and part of learning how to use money, save money, spend money, and be wise with their money is making mistakes. And so sometimes we buy things that maybe we shouldn't have or should have waited on or saved longer or whatever the case may be. Anyway, hope that helps. I look forward to talking to you guys again soon. Have a great day. Bye.